And we're live. Hey, what is going on, everyone? How is it going? It is Tuesday, 9 p.m. What'd you say, sweetie? Oh, it's Monday. My bad. I'm sorry. We've been back and forth moving. We just moved from Round Rock. We're going forth with a toddler. Now we're in Austin, Texas. Just talked to Brian Finale today, and literally we're neighbors. You know, it's like literally right down the road. So how awesome is that? But just let you know, yeah, we're going back and forth. Been a lot of craziness. So pretty excited tonight to introduce our guest that we're going to have on. As you all already know, Mondays from new people who just got into My Lead System Pro, I just want to do a couple announcements. Actually, if you do not know, Monday through Friday is the My Lead System Pro daily morning wake-up calls, and they are at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're Central, so that's 10 a.m. in my mind, okay? So wherever you are, figure out the time zones. You can go on Google. If you really can't figure it out, let me, it's really easy, okay? So once you figure that out, just show up, right? And start to become on there Monday through Friday. If you really want to get your mindset straight, you really want to get out of that rut you're in. If you're trying to figure out how to build a business, you're trying to figure out what does it really take to overcome your mind? What does it take to actually finally build the business that you've been wanting to build, right? So in order to really do that, you need to start going around the successful people. You need to start hanging around the places and the playgrounds, and the playmates are going to be around the people that are doing the things that are going to bring you closer to where you need to be. And I'm going to say real quick, that was hard for me at first, to leave those old friends, to leave those old playgrounds, to leave those old places that I used to hang around and be, right? That's why you go on Monday through Friday, because you can get that transformation. So you can really start to transform, start to take content, start to take notes, start to really turn My Lead System Pro part of your daily lifestyle. You know what? What's really cool about My Lead System Pro, I want to let you know, it's fun. Because you're becoming you, right? You start writing, you're a promoter, then you're a personality, and then you become a professional, right? So you can't start at the professional level, right? You cannot. Don't do that to yourself. You owe it to yourself to start as a promoter and have fun. Don't try to go learn how to freaking build your own website right off the bat. Don't do that. Go out there and be a promoter. Have some fun. If you missed our last webinar that we did, go ahead. We have replays of this stuff. We'll get them to you and things like that. Just let us know. We're about to really, really, really get this Action Takers Alliance tribe really active and rocking. We're going to start having some guest speakers, people that are crushing it in their business. Tracy and I are watching you guys, and we know if you're crushing it, and we can tell, right? What we're going to start doing is we're going to start highlighting people. We're going to start letting them shine and let people see their personality, not just Tracy and I, because at the end of the day, it's y'all that matter, right? Y'all are the ones that are taking massive action in your life and making things happen. So do that today. Take action, make an impact, because I'm going to tell you right now, you can do great things if you overcome the BS crap that's in your head and the lies that you've been told your entire life, okay? That's why you show up Monday through Friday at the daily morning wake-up call on My Lead System Pro. Mondays, actually, let's get off announcements. I really want to get this really speaker going. I can talk all night. Y'all should know me. But really what we need to do is get Chocolate Mama, AKA Tanya Hall, in the house, okay? This woman, she's awesome. She's compassionate. She's loving. She's a heart of gold, like my wife. They're yellow. They just want to help everybody, right? And it's so cool, man, to have these types of people in the world, because they make the world a better place. They think with their heart first over anything else, any kind of money, anything like that. They're going to first think with their heart and think and with how they can really, with a lot of compassion, on how they can better help you first. You know what I mean? A person like that is gold, because they're going to look at you and find the best in you and help you. So with further ado, man, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and bring out Tanya Hall. You are muted again, sweetheart.
Unmute myself. There we go. Boom.
You're
muted. Hello, everybody. Hello, Dustin.
Hey, what's going on?
I miss you, man.
We miss you too, and we know what we're getting organized here at our new place. We got awesome childcare. Literally, we can walk to and have Luke. You can come over. We can mastermind, and we can really get. I really want to hang out, man. We want to know what's going on. We could do like a little branding session and awesome stuff, man. It's really need to get you here.
I'm bringing the gang with me to live the dream, and we all coming over to Dustin and Tracy's house.
Oh, I can come party it up, man. Oh, go tear down the roof, man. What's up?
I'm excited to be on this webinar. I have been like having this set of stuff in my head for a little bit and just kind of got excited today to be able to kind of really finish it up and kind of put it down in a presentation for everyone to kind of, I'm a big offline, online person, so I'm excited to be able to share some sneaky stuff.
Ooh.
I like sneaky. So if you're ready to get started, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's see. Let's go in here and I'm going to share this lovely screen and just want to thank everyone for being on this lovely call here today and for just Dustin and Tracy just giving me an opportunity to just kind of step out here a little bit and just highlight some of the things that I've been doing, things I've been sharing with the team and just kind of helping to motivate people. So I would really encourage you to get your pens and paper out, get ready to walk through some really kind of crazy kind of stuff that kind of get you in the hustle. I don't know. I'm a ghetto girl from the hood, really, and I who had a chance to get some education. So I like to blend. I'm a blender, blend a little ghetto and a little hustle. Got to get the hustle on, and I'm used to doing that in my whole entire life. And so now when I'm just applying those hustle strategies to really bring people and bring awareness and really a chance to open up that there's so many different ways in which you can build a business and build your network marketing business. You don't have to be stuck with one thing. You can just put it all smorgasbord of kind of things. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about this evening. We're going to be talking about just blending your offline and online strategies and, how to get hundreds of leads weekly doing it. It's really cool that you can kind of blend the two, and how amazing that if you're good at blending, you'll get lots and lots of leads. So before we get started, just want to introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. I'm Tonya Hall, and they call me the Chocolate Mama, and that's kind of a pet name because that's my fired up name, like your alter ego and stuff like that. So that's my Chocolate Mama, get fired up name. So everybody knows me by that. Lots of people call me that. I am originally from Houston, Texas, although I've lived in all kinds of different places around the world. And I come from a traditional background. I used to be a former professional in the wedding and event planning industry. I used to do people's weddings and parties and all kinds of events for colleges and university, and I made a really great career out of it. I mean, I did it for about 18, 20 years, somewhere along in there of being in that industry, and did really well. I had multiple employees and then for many years, but then things began to change. This little old thing called the internet came along and kind of changed the traditional way of doing business, just like we're seeing right now, how the internet kind of did that. And so for me, it changed around so much that I was not prepared for the internet at all. I didn't have internet skills whatsoever. And all of my clients, it started to go down. And so next thing I know, I was losing a business that I had worked pretty much half of my life to build up to a very, very lucrative business. And I started to lose it, and I had to learn real quickly. So it's kind of funny how I found MLSP was I actually was searching online one day, and I typed in the word wedding customers online. I just kind of typed in a couple of things like how to recruit or bring or how to find, and all of a sudden there was a video with Norbert and Brian Finale. Those are the co-founders of MLSP. And they were talking about how to recruit and how to bring, attract people to you. And I thought that was hilarious because they were talking about something totally different, but the same principles applied pretty much to any business. And that's really how I got into it, was that I just decided that I wanted to hop into it and use the strategies, learn how to leverage my wedding and event planning business online. And it worked. And I figured, hey, if it worked for one business, maybe it'll work for other businesses as well. And that was my first little taste of getting into the network marketing industry. And I would listen to the webinars every Wednesday and just applied it to that business. And it worked like gangbusters. I absolutely loved how it worked, and the rest is really history. So that's enough about me. I want to get into a little bit of what we are going to be covering today in this webinar about blending. So what we'll cover today is why should you use old school offline approaches to creating there should be online attraction marketing system? Why should you use old school offline? And I find this very funny that they call it old school, and a lot of people say, oh, that's old school methods of talking to people, but you'll find out in just a little bit why you should still be using those. And then I'm going to share with you 15 specific old school approaches for 100+ weekly leads. Like at one point in time, I was really driving home 100 leads or more. And I'll tell you a little bit about why I've kind of switched gears here a little bit. But I'm going to have really 15 really exciting things to share with you. So, and then next I'm going to go into how to bridge offline and online to double your residual income. So you'll get double income off of the same work and the same people, and how you can do that. Then we're going to talk about why you should use your online prospects to create an offline branding explosion in their local market. So if they live somewhere else, I'll teach you how to get people talking about you in a whole nother city, state, area that you're not even in. And finally, we're going to go over how to use the online marketing card in your how to use your online marketing card in your offline presentations. So if you are still doing presentations, I'm going to tell you how you could use that. So let's keep going. So here's what I want us to focus on: approaches to marketing. People are using using the market, their MLM or their network marketing business. Here are some really kind of huge statistics that kind of blew me away. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but 87% of people still use traditional approaches. That's a lot of people out there. So only about 4% use what they call as crossover approaches. And then there are about 9% that are actually online, doing online marketing approaches. Even though the internet is huge, we're still only at 9%. So that means that the floodgates are wide open, that you can tap into people that are still stuck in the traditional marketing aspect and move them over, and try to move some of them over. And then the crossover approaches, we're going to talk about how to reach out to people in crossovers approaches and move them more into online. So we're going to get into that. So for me, when I saw those statistics, it kind of solidified to me how I need to be blending all these things, because that's a huge amount of a pie that's still left out there, 87%. I don't know if you would agree with me, but that is a huge amount that's still out there that allows us to really tap into and introduce things like MLSP to them. Okay, so let's go over what I call the OG, the old school marketing, and why it is still so so incredibly important that you kind of still tap into that. Why should you? Because they still work and are very effective, very, very, very effective in the marketplace. Another thing is, I'm not sure if you're aware, but many MOM and network marketing companies only allow traditional strategies. Some of them, I think even my particular network marketing company, that my primary company, they have limitations on what you can do online and how you can do it and how you could use their different company names. So it's really important that you, first of all, know what they are, so you don't want to get kicked out of your company. I've heard of times like that happening within my own company, that they remove people because they were doing things online that was against the company policy. So please make sure you go and try to find out, look in your company policies and procedures, and make sure what you're doing online is legit, because I don't want anybody losing anything. So then next, great to continue to use until crossover and online marketing strategies kick off. So sticking with some old school strategies, I don't know if you're aware, but online marketing strategies and even some crossover strategies sometimes take a little time. They're not instantaneous. Sometimes you have to work at it. Some of us have a larger learning curve than others. So we have to, learn how to use Facebook. We're not aware. Many of us don't even have a Facebook page or a Twitter page or any of those things. So there's going to be a larger learning curve for you. And because of that, you should really kind of stick with your offline old school marketing strategies until you're able to really master or really learn a strategy really well. And then once it kicks off and is really starting to replace or even increase income for you. And then lastly, you must train your new reps on multiple sources for generating leads. So you really want to always have something in the pipeline. You just always want to have people coming in. So if you're only teaching your team just online marketing strategies and you're not going over any offline, if it's taking them a while to build, the online strategies, then they have no income coming in. You have no income coming in, and nobody's happy because nobody's getting paid. So you want to make sure that you are implementing and teaching your team really double strategies. You want to teach them, online, offline, and both strategies, making them strong, teaching them multiple things that they can do. So let's talk about these offline strategies. So I have 15 old school approaches. And I have to say, I've used quite a few of them, if not all of them, approaches, and they brought me in tons of leads. For me, I was able to bring in hundreds of people in my organization, so which is always really awesome to be able to do. And so these particular strategies are ones that I use. So now I put on here, the very first one is warm business market. So a lot of times people ask you when you're starting in a network marketing company to make a list of 100 people friends and family. And that depends on who your friends and family are. That may or may not be a good idea. So, I started with a few of my family, mostly my immediate family, my sisters, my father, things of that nature, a few of my cousins. But mostly what I built it on was my warm business market, people that I've had business relationships with because they have a business mindset already. And so it's a lot easier to talk to them about whether they would be interested or open to looking at something that can diversify them, something that they could tap into a little bit, and additional income that could be coming in while they're continuing to do their regular jobs. And so a lot of my warm business market, I would talk to previous, colleagues from other jobs that I had done, other businesses, but business entities that I worked with a lot. So I would ask them often. So that's always really a great resource. Just looking at businesses, business that you go to, your hair salon, your car place, your where you get your cell phone, where just anything that has to do with your life, your grocery mart, talking to the owners and business people, they're more open than maybe some of your family and friends who have no background at all in business at all. So another thing that I would do is pass out audio and video. Actually, this is still pretty powerful, because a lot of these things that information that you have access to, there's so many people want to know how to market their business on Facebook, how to market their business on LinkedIn and Twitter or Instagram. You could do a, recording of yourself talking about this, and then at the end, give them an invitation to be a part of MLSP with the links and all of this stuff, and just pass out audio tapes and video, because it's easier for people to pop in and keep it nice and short and sweet. Don't give a full dissertation, but keep it really, simple for them. And you'll find just passing out something about your business opportunity is still very powerful and very effective. Infomercial marketing. So here's a great one. Comcast has this thing called Comcast Spotlight. It is where you could go and create like those little, I don't know if you've ever seen those little kind of infomercial advertisement that they have in between some of these programs. It's not as expensive as you would think. It's not like a really like a commercial. It's a whole lot less. I've seen them between $500 and $1,000, but they'll run it for like months, 3-4 months. They'll run your infomercial. They'll run it on like Comcast has on online with Xfinity service. They'll run it on the side ads for there, and you could have it to be placed in front of certain people at certain times. It's really, really kind of neat. I think my group ran one once before when we were trying to get people to come out to a special event that we were having. And so we ran like a little side infomercial, and we got lots of people who responded to it. And then we had lots of people who came out to an event. So that's always really, really, really a clever way. Now, again, that particular strategy, you have to watch that particular strategy, because you got to make sure you watch the fine line between what you can market about. Okay. Network marketing groups. I love to go to other network marketing companies to their group events, because I meet a lot of people who are professionals. And I basically talk to them about, ask them questions. What are you doing to get leads online? So I'm basically moving people who understand the industry as a whole and may be a part of that 87%. Remember, they're part of that 87%. And that needs to be moved over, introduced to online marketing strategies. I go to lots of professional organizations like meetup groups. I'm a part of about 5 meetup groups. I'm a part of one here in the area. It's called the Sugarland Women's Group, and we meet once. They meet once a week on a Wednesday morning for breakfast, and we just kind of network. And they have lots of people that come through, and we just I was able to get lots of customers from that particular group because it's people that know you and they feel comfortable with you and they know you're a business person. So it's great. And you can even do something like create your own meetup group. I want to say it's about $20 to create your own meetup group, and it's in your local area. So you can find a place where you can meet. Most people meet out at a restaurant or something like that so that people can buy what they, want to eat and things of that nature. And then you can talk about any subject that you want to talk about. It's amazing. I've gotten lots of customers, and I know of one particular recruit that I got. It might even be on the line here, Mr. Ragu. I met him through a meetup group, which was really awesome. So you can meet people and get them into your business. Conventions and trade shows. Now, this is the doozy. This is a huge one because you can go there. I know here in Houston, we have trade shows, and they have them a lot of times at the NRG Center, and they have them at the Houston Convention Center, and that place is humongous. So whenever they have those conventions, they're usually like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 vendors at this thing, and you can just walk around. So I go to conventions that have specifically to do with my primary business and what they're talking about. And I used to go all the time to when I was in the wedding and event planning industry. I would go to those particular trade shows. I want to say they have about 4 trade shows here in Houston a year. So it gives you, for wedding event planning, they have 4, and they gave me plenty of chance to get vendors cards because they would always have close to 2,000 or 3,000 vendors there. So that's a lot of cards that you can get. And I would just have really great conversations with people and tell them, I'm going to contact you later. I have something that I think you might be interested in. Again, these people are already business-minded people, so they're very open to hearing what you have to say. Okay, remember I told you we're going to do some sneaky, cheeky things. Okay, fishbowl prospecting. Love this one. Okay, I know we've all seen those little fish bowls that have business card at different restaurants, right? So while these fish bowls are there, I used to go in and ask them, hey, can I sponsor once a week or once a month? You can ask whatever your budget allow. Can I sponsor every 2 weeks or something like that? The members of this fish bowl, can I sponsor them for a lunch? So that means you're going to pay for their lunch, whoever the winner is. But you may, if you get it in a busy area, like in a downtown area or busy restaurant where people often put in their business cards in it, in exchange, you get to pay for the lunch, but you get all the business cards that week that was collected. Sneaky, right? I know, right? So then now you have a huge pile of business cards each week of people that you can connect with. And so basically when I call these people, I'm saying, hi, how are you? I'm Tanya Hall, and I got your business card from, the restaurant that you put your business card in. And if they won, I said, congratulations, you won. But if they didn't win, I was like, unfortunately, you did not win, the contest. But I did want to just kind of reach out because I'm the person that's sponsoring it and was paying for the lunches. And I get to talking with them about what they do, what their business about, what their business needs. Are they looking for some, marketing, online marketing and things of that nature? And that's how I would get people to talk to. Okay. Next one, local talk shows, podcasts, or PBS stations. Man, these local talk shows, especially if it's, small, like sometimes the AM stations, you'd be surprised how many people still actually are listening to those type of shows. And PBS stations, they're always, always, always looking for some new subject matter that they would like to talk to people about, somebody to interview. They're looking for somebody to just really have a conversation about. I mean, I just saw this guy maybe a month or 2 ago, and he has a local kind of podcast PBS station show that he has, and he's like asking people, can you please come register yourself, tell us what you want to talk about. You could come on the show, and they may have, 4,000 or 5,000 listeners at one time, and they give out your information, they give out your website, they give out everything that you basically want them to talk about. And you could be talking about specific things on how businesses can generate leads and how people can grow their business, because you have all the information and you're empowered by the stuff that's in just our back office. So you can just really kind of share those things. So that's another one of those cheeky little things. Intrigue business cards. And I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. So here's a sample of an Intrigue business card. A lot of times what we do is we basically put too much information on business cards and you leave nothing. I don't know about you, but I have close to 5,000 business cards in a little stack in a pile. And very few times I actually go through them or really kind of refer to them. And I have a few that I refer to, and usually the ones that I go to are the ones that what I like to call intrigue business cards. These business cards don't put very much on it, so it leaves a lot to your imagination. So an intrigue business card would be just put your name on there, put a website, and put something like imagine or hopeful or catch the wave. That's it. And it makes people go, what do they do? What? That's a nice picture, but what do they do? And then you have to send them basically to your direct business line, redirect business line. I don't send people to an actual business line. I send them to a redirect business line where it has information that says, thanks for coming in and imagine where you could be. And it gives them information that takes them back to the capture page. Because ultimately, I want them. You want to intrigue them. You don't want to give them a lot of information, because it's a person who's curious, and the person who's going through and that curious, what does she do? And it kind of leaves it there. So that's what an imagination or an intrigue business card would kind of look like. Okay. So finally, here's the last few things that of the 15 things. Public speaking at your local high school or college. Now, you may be like, okay, that's a little like young, but for my particular company, you can be 18 years of age and get started with the company. So here you have a chance to connect with young people. So my particular high school has once a year, they offer it's kind of like a little career day for them, and they allow you to come in and you pass out information to the senior class only. It's the seniors who get to do that. And then afterwards they have an open forum where the kids can come in, sit down, and you can talk about summer jobs if you like, or just business opportunities as a whole, different career opportunities that they never thought of. And so I think for the last, I want to say since 2008, about 2008, I've been a guest speaker for them. So I go in and talk to the kids, and we just really have a really great time. So you can do it for any kind of local high school or college. Sometimes the colleges, especially in the business department of colleges. I've known a couple of people that are in my primary business who have actually gone to colleges. And it's funny, they not only recruited the students, but they actually recruited the professor. So that's pretty awesome. Chamber of Commerce. Pretty much everyone has a local Chamber of Commerce. Most of them do cost and have a yearly fee. However, it's like all of the major businesses. I call it cuts through the gatekeepers. If you don't know what that is, gatekeepers, or sometimes if you're trying to call and talk to people on the phone, you always have this person that's on the phone and feel like they have to protect the boss and things of that nature. Well, Chamber of Commerce allows you to kind of cut through that, because it actually gives you the name of the primary person, the CEO, their phone number, their email address, their everything about them, their cell phone. So you have all the information. So it's just a matter of kind of contacting them and letting them know what you could do and how you can help them. And just kind of, a lot of times I approach it with them is more than anything with how, this is what I do, and I want to introduce myself. And if you're ever in need of this service, I would love to talk to you and schedule an appointment to talk about more. Or you can go online and check me out here. Bulletin boards on colleges and universities. Now, you may think, oh gosh, but college students are probably some of the most open people. They're just open by life, period. They're so open. So anytime you can put on there saying you can work with your own pace, your own hours, you can, set your own schedule, and have them to send them to a capture page. They'll be happy to put their information, and that becomes an almost instantaneous lead for you. Toll booth marketing. Cheeky. Here's another cheeky one. Toll booth marketing. So I've done this. Actually, I did this on a dare with my team, and my team did a dare at one point in time. It was a really lot of fun. It's basically what we did is we have our audio tapes and things, and sometimes we just do a business card, and you pay for the person behind you. So I would leave the card with the toll booth person saying, hey, I want to pay for the card behind me, and just hand them this business card or hand them this audio tape. So I would give it to them, and then sometimes I would give it to the toll booth person, and then it worked. So basically you just pay for, was it here in Houston? I think it's $1.25. So you just got a new rep for $1.25 pretty much. So, and especially if you are going back and forth to work and you're going past the toll all the time, it may be worth it. I've actually gotten a toll booth person who came on, became a rep with me, through doing that. They loved it, and they were like, give me one of those too. So it's a great way to give out your magazines. If your company has a company magazine or audio, give it out. I've talked with my local pastors, clergy, and ministers. This is a really great one. I actually talked with my pastor to just kind of tell him, this is what I'm doing. This is what I have going on, and I want to be able to help people to have, life freedom, time freedom. Maybe there are some people within the congregation that you are aware of that are looking for more financial opportunities, and that are maybe homebound and they need some, want to work from home. Here's a great opportunity. Well, my pastor helped me. He not only signed up as a customer and promoted it to the church. He actually allowed us to come and do presentations 3 times. And then he also went the extra step, calling other churches to tell them how they need to get involved and know about this. And I ended up signing up 4 different churches in all, which was really exciting. So it works just talking to your local person. And I know everyone knows that the number one way to get offline people online is referrals. Just simply asking. So be so surprised how many people just don't ask for referrals. Just don't simply ask, hey, do you know of someone else who might be interested in having some additional income coming in? I'm looking for, and then you tell them what kind of person you look for. I'm looking for somebody who's outgoing, somebody who is adventurous and willing to try something new, somebody who is, kind of smart and maybe have a little bit of interest in learning online. If someone showed them step by step how to do it, do you know of someone that would be interested in that? And so just simple referrals and asking people, you'll be amazed how many people like, oh, sure, I'll help you. And a lot of them be like, well, what about me? How come you didn't ask me about it? So this is really good. So let's talk now about crossover marketing. Okay, what is crossover marketing? You're probably wondering, what the heck is crossover marketing? Crossover marketing is a strategy where your initial contact with a prospect starts online and blends to an offline meeting. So things like Craigslist is a great crossover marketing. They have advertisements. Some of them is low cost, or some of it is even no cost, where you can put up ads and advertisement, or advertise a position that you're looking for, and you have to make sure you really word that correctly. But Craigslist works like gangbusters. Okay, really works really, really well. And you can meet lots of interesting people that way. Now you have to be careful, and you have to be mindful when you're doing Craigslist that you do not put your personal information on there. Send them again to a capture page so you can get their information, or send them to a video that kind of explains where you're going. Don't put your email or anything like that, or a phone number. Oh my gosh, don't make that mistake. I made that mistake. Please don't make my mistake in doing that. Just put like a capture page or something that's a video that you can put together, so that it can kind of filter for you and have different steps to that. So don't just do one capture page. Do one that, if you like what you see here, click in and have them to go further. That way it'll filter some people out for you. And then you won't have 1,001 emails, because once people get your email, oh my gosh, they'll just send you stuff day and night because they're looking for something. Resume database advertisement. So you can do, again, advertisement on the same end through Career Builders or Monster or any of those online resume places. Now this costs you, usually it costs between $299 to about $425, but you get to advertise your things for 2 or 3 months worth of advertisement. So if you break it down, basically like a pay-per-click kind of thing, it kind of comes out pretty good for you. You get full access to the database of people who are looking for career changes. So you can be able to advertise and, get multiple people, and also you get multiple cities. You can change different cities every 3 days or so for some of these career builder sites. So it brings in hundreds of leads per week. What happens with those? Because you can advertise, like this month you can advertise in Houston, next month you can advertise in Chicago, next month you can advertise in New York, and it'll help you to build out very, very quickly. If you have an international business, they actually do have an international database as well. So I think that one costs just a little bit more. I want to say they give you about 5 months on the international database one. So you can put ads in and get people. So if you have, like, for instance, my particular company has they are in the area of London. So if I wanted to advertise a market, I can build an entire team of people in London if I wanted to, because I can just market for 5 months. So I have 5 months worth of advertisement, and every 3 days I can change to a different city. Also, just keep in mind, if you decide to use that, you try to look for things that you can be flexible and can put up a new fresh ad, because some of them don't allow you to refresh the ad. You want to be able to have something that can, refresh your ads every 3 days, because what happens is the ads get kind of pushed down. So let's say if you were to advertise today on the 6th, then by the time the 12th come along, well, somebody who advertised on the 7th, the 8th, the 19th, okay, their ads are now at the top and yours at the bottom. So you don't get as much action, but usually you get the most action your very first week that the ad is posted. You usually get 100 to 200 ads, or 200 people who are responding to it and giving you their name, email, telephone number. So for me, $299 would be great for me to spend if I'm going to get 200 leads. That's 200 or 300 leads. That's like less than $1 or $1 or so a lead. So that's really fantastic. Okay, how to bridge offline and online to double your residual income. So here's real quickly how I bridge. Okay, so here's the big tip. always talk to your new reps about a complete marketing business plan. Even present a training for offline reps with the option to grow online. So here's what happens a lot of times. We'll meet people and they'll join us offline, but we don't really talk to them about how do you plan on marketing your business? What marketing strategy are you going to use? Are you interested in marketing online as well? Here's a little tidbit to let you guys know. I reached L1 doing just this strategy. I basically talked to people that were in my team that was offline, and I basically did a kind of a little boot camp with them and said, hey guys, I'm gonna do a boot camp and I'm gonna teach you about online strategies and how powerful online can be. I basically used all the information that I had been learning in MLSP. They got so excited that many of them just joined me in MLSP and became reps within MLSP. So sometimes talking to your team and saying, hey, there's more than one way to build this thing. Continue doing offline, but learn some online strategies to double your opportunity to be able to build out your business. So I'm really excited to be able to kind of share that with you, that, don't just let people, sign up in your network marketing company with you, and then you have this separation between your online and offline people. Do it both ways, because guess what? When those people signed up with me in my primary business, I got residual income. But then when I introduced MLSP to them, I got residual income. So I'm getting double residual income from the same set of people. And I didn't have to do much additional work. I just introduced what I was doing to get leads, and they naturally say, I want to do what you do because you're the leader. They're going to follow you. So it's really awesome to be able to kind of blend them. And I do it vice versa actually as well, which we already know we do it vice versa, because we have people who come into MLSP and we take them through the funnel and we introduce our primary business. So for me, I'm just like, do it in reverse, do it the opposite way. Okay. Great. So we're going to talk about now, use your connections of your offline prospect to create a name for yourself in their local marketplace. How do you do that? As you connect with different leaders offline, ask to be a special guest speaker to talk about Facebook or any online marketing strategy. So you got to remember, you got 87% of people offline know, and you only got 9% of people who are promoting online. That means 87% of people have no earthly idea how to market. So a lot of times, just with people who I connect with offline, prospects, new people, I ask them, I tell them I specialize in online marketing for entrepreneurs, and I'm not sure if you'll ever be interested in having a guest speaker to come over and talk to your group, or to have a conversation with your group about online marketing strategies they could possibly be doing. And if they have a large group and you do a very good job of teaching them, then they might bring you back a couple of times or put you in different locations. And so you can just be a wonderful guest speaker, learning how to bridge the two, bringing people from one over to the other. Okay. How to use online marketing card in your offline presentation. Well, pretty much what I was just saying and talking about is I use the online marketing card. So for example, if I'm doing a presentation with a prospect, and one of the things that sets me apart from many of the people who are in my primary company is most of them are not using online marketing strategies. So I let prospects know that, hey, you can join my team over here because my team is doing something a little bit different than any of the other teams. Only 9% of people are using online, and 87% of people are still using traditional strategies. So it might, be a great idea for you to join a team that's growing in multiple different ways instead of having just one way of growing of offline strategies. How about you come over here and join our team and our group, because we're moving and shaking over here. We're doing things a little bit different. So putting that in your presentation, when you're doing a presentation, maybe if some of you are still doing like living room presentations or, presentations at restaurants or whatever like that, then add in there why that's a benefit, why someone could join your particular organization, because you have knowledge on how to grow a business using YouTube, video marketing. These are things that you're going to be training. I mean, you could be training your offline team on how to do video marketing. You could be training your offline team on, how to, use Facebook and how to use Twitter and how to do a Periscope and Snapchat and any of those things, which makes you look so much better than anyone else, because you're painting a different vision for them of how they could grow their offline business by using the internet. And pretty much everybody really wants to learn the internet. So if they got someone that's holding their hand and walking them step by step through, then that just makes you a rock star. So I just want to tell everybody good luck. I appreciate your time listening to me, just kind of sharing some of the things that are kind of working with me and my organization. Good luck with blending these offline strategies to online. Good luck with just trying to make these things work for you. And if you're going to pick up and use any of these strategies that I've shared with you, please share them within our Action Taker Alliance group here. We'd love to be able to have some success stories and share how it's working for you. And just want to thank you again, Mr. Dustin, for letting me be able to talk. So, Dustin, are you there, my friend? I'm going to stop sharing. Where is my Dustin at?
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can.
Dang, I didn't know if you could see me. Man, you rocked that presentation. That was really good. I've got some awesome stuff to go, implement on my own. Now that we're back into Travis County, there is a ton of local meetup groups. I myself, I can say I've never been to another meetup group since I was in Visalis, and I was going there with my card, telling everybody they need to get some shake mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was bad. This was my experience. And one time I went to a meetup group in the Woodlands, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know clue. And now I had to go in and just listen to people and listen to their pain points. As Ray says, take their business card. And if somebody asks for it, hey man, DustinandTracy.com, or like you said, you could do a virtual. You could set up that online business card.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that that old school needs to be in. Offline, you're building a business. So if I go down the line and I talk to a network somebody and they say, hey man, I would love to be, oh dude, well, you're stupid not to have a business card. You're stupid not to be ready to share. You always need to be ready. You always need to have that elevator pitch, man. You need your little, whatever that little rhyme is, your little jingle, you jangle, like Austin, Texas, we got Gaddy's dial 455-2222 and get a Gaddy's pizza delivered. You know what I mean? And that sticks in your head.
It does.
And that's those little things that they started off with, doing a cheesy old thing, paying probably pennies on the dollar, right?
Yeah,
it
works. Those silly little jingles, those silly little.
Well, yeah, because we went to Gaddy Land Pizza the other day.
Because you probably hear those little jingles and ring in your head, and you're like, I gotta go get me a piece of that.
Yeah, and you got a 2-year-old that wants to go play in there and run around. That's like, yeah, this works out perfect, but it works.
Yes, it does.
That stuff works, dude. Look what Ray Higdon freaking went on. I think QVC HSN, man. Okay.
Yeah.
He went on HSN, I think it was. Look at that. Okay, I mean, that's an infomercial channel. Dude, he's smart and he goes on, he gets to the masses. Tony Robbins does the same types of things. You know, that's pretty cool. Learned some neat stuff. I never thought about giving a video or audio. I just handed it to people. Going to a toll booth, man, going to Starbucks there's all different types of ways. I thought about doing different things you can do for people. I was thinking when I had a guitar lesson business when we were first in Austin, you could take all the, there's even people that go on roller skates. And they'll put flyers in all these different businesses in Austin. I think it's in Houston, Texas too. And it's cheap. Well, not cheap, but I mean, it's better. It's not like freaking spending $500 to $1,000 on on an infomercial or whatever.
Right. Because
the Comcast thing, that was cool. The Comcast thing where you could do the for Xfinity customers.
Xfinity customers. I mean, come on, think about it. Xfinity has like
everywhere.
Customers, so you can even target it down. I want you to play my information for all the people that's in, for me in 77071. Okay, Harris County 77071 has like 500,000 friggin' homes. You gonna play my stuff for 500,000? Okay, no
traffic. That's it. Eyeballs on presentation. Eyeballs on the presentation. Man.
Right.
At the end of the day, what are you doing to get the eyeballs in the presentation? That's why you ask yourself. That's why the mindset's so important, man. I can talk mindset all day. You nailed it, man. The presentation was on fire. I took every single screenshot besides the closing one because I had to come back real fast. But I got every single slide, man, because, and I'm going to go create content. See, that's what I want everybody to get out of these, man, is you show up to these. Don't just show up and just accept the information. Go out there and give that information so you can retain it. Too, you know what I mean? If you don't go out there and do it, you cannot retain the information. It won't happen. That's why I love invest, learn, teach. Learn, do, teach. Invest, learn, teach. It's the simplest method. That's why promoter, personality, professional.
Right.
Stages. Don't go any further. Everybody wants to jump the gun. They want to go start the new. Believe me, we all do. We all want to. That's why we all do it. We all go, let's go build the website. Let's do this. Maybe eventually I'll get some leads because it's all pretty. But once it gets to the best way, I want to make sure that site looks the best ever. And then I'll take action.
Right.
Who cares, man? You have MLSP. See, especially the mastery, MLSP, every single thing we have is all you're paying. Why are you paying $149.97 a month? Why are you paying $50 a month? Dude, you're paying for all the people that put the time and energy into create the capture pages. So all you got to do is go make a video and say, click the link.
Click the link.
Or how about this? Go to System Campaign and literally go watch a 2-hour webinar and learn. Go back to school. You're going to have to go back to school and learn new tricks, learn new skill sets. Just like that simple as you went to a university, you went to a college. If you paid that money, what the heck are you doing with it? You go to a university and you pay that money, you don't get that money back. You can't make that money back while you're learning. In My Late System Pro, you can educate yourself and make the money at the same time.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yes. That's all, go in the back office. I was just saying this last night. Go in the back office, watch a freaking video, take some notes, and do it your style. Say it like you want to say it, because the people that's going to follow you are going to follow you.
It's that simple, man. Everybody doesn't like everybody. Other people connect with other people, and that's just how it is. It's how people can connect on a certain level. That's why I love attraction marketing. That's why we do it. We attract us. We attract us. That's what's so cool. You can go out there and create content, and you're going to attract you. If you go out there and attract content for needy people, learn that the hard way, you will attract the neediest people in the world that will want to take action. It's literally funny how that works. But whenever you start to meditate, you start to figure out, you start to transform a little in your life, your content, you attract you. And at the end of the day, if you don't take action and consistent, if you don't do things in your business, well, why should anybody else?
Yes. So I see we still got several people still hanging on here. I don't know if anybody at all had any questions about any of the strategies and how I've been using them.
I got the Q&A open. If anybody has any, man, y'all fire away. I mean, right now, this is your chance. You got Tanya Hall, Chocolate Mama L2 in the house. She's crushing it offline. And she just told you tonight how to take offline and bring it online, because it's true, man. At the end of the day, man, we've got to get that phone out and we need to go build a relationship. You are building a relationship with a human being, a homo sapien person that has emotions and feelings. And so it's our job and our duty as a servant-driven leader to go out there and connect with them and just help them. That's it. That's it. They sell themselves every single time I go on the phone. Anytime I talk to somebody, they're eventually going to sell themselves on whatever it is we're talking about. Why? Because we are on the phone call right off the bat. Okay, let's just do this. Let me give you an instance. Let's just say you have a lead, right? This person came in. There is posture right off the bat. You need to make sure that a lot of people do. I myself did do this. I haven't done it in a long time after Total Recruiting Mastery, Reagan's course. Awesome course. If you're lost on prospecting, I mean, that thing is bad. It's awesome. But whenever we went in there, it talked about how you just pick up that phone, immediately ring in and let them know why you're on that call. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm here to shoot, I'm sitting here just to chat it up with you. No, you need to be a business and tell them why you're on the call. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? I noticed that you opted in for looking for more information on how to generate leads for your home business. Now, if it was from SEO, you can go ahead and know from your targeting that we have tracking inside of MLSP. One of the sweet things we have, you can, let's say if it was a targeted network marketing company, so right? Like one of those, anyways, it was a target network marketing company. You could say, hey, so-and-so from Visalis or Targeted Marketing, I noticed you needed leads for your company. You opted in for more information about that today, right? That's the one thing cool about you can do with SEO, and you learn how to do that with tracking, right? Because you can have that posture. But always looking for more leads. They're looking for leads. They have to answer. And if they say yes, cool, awesome. So now what we need to do, and you need to continue to ask questions. Continue. So many people, actually, I think Tracy did it the other day. 80% of sales professionals never follow up.
Ew, that's a huge number.
No wonder why nobody. She did the statistics, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" And she showed me. I'm like, "Yeah."
Never call the people.
They don't follow up. They don't ever go home. That's why they can't bring the bacon. They cannot bring no bacon.
Like Ray Higdon says, lazy marketers, lazy.
Man, I'm so pumped at this new place, dude. Like, we got the childcare right here. Tomorrow we're going to check out for Luke. He's going to get on a routine, and we are just going to do our batch work again, man. Batch work. I love my batch work time. Don't you love your batch work time?
I love my batch work.
That's honey badger time, man. People, it's the same. You put the word mundane in, but it's not, because I have fun. I have passion. I love what we do. But it's the consistent things that successful people do over and over and over again every day. They eat it. If you want to eat a certain way, you got to eat a certain. They eat a certain way all day long. They read a certain way all day long. They act a certain way to certain situations. That's how and they react a certain way, dude. It's really what classifies in your psychocybernetic. What do you see as a self-image of a successful person? And that's all that matters. It don't matter what that person over there thinks. If $1 million, he thinks $1 million is success, well, maybe that's not success to you. And maybe that's why you're not getting this success or the physical money that you're looking for, because you're going after it for the wrong reasons. And you got to find out within yourself, within your heart and your soul, of why you want to do something. And then nothing can stop you. Whenever it comes to inspired action, nothing can stop inspired action. That's when you will make the best content you have ever made in your life. That is when you will produce nonstop. You know what I'm talking about. When you get in that flow and you get that momentum, and you're like, "Who's ready? Come on, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to take the world on today. I got my phone out. I'm ready. Let's go." And those are the day, and then your phone's ringing off the hook, and everybody's coming in.
Yeah,
it's the energy. Yeah, energy. That's why attraction marketing is like a magnet. It's so powerful. So we got no questions, everybody, because I know I can talk to her, everybody else. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end this bad boy. Like I said, we did have this recorded. They're on Webinars on Air, which rocks. You got anything you want to end with, or?
No, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I hope you took good notes.
Hold on a second. I got to get a picture real quick. It'll capture. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Got it. Oh, yeah, I got it. Woohoo!
Crazy.
Hey, I am crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, and bye, everybody. Love y'all so much. We're going to kill the broadcast, and you can stay on if you